Okay, good people, we are live. Let's get some more people in the chat room. And
Uh,
today,
hey.
okay, good. We are live. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's up, fam? Yeah, and
Yeah, I
we'll,
want to say hi to everybody. Uh,
oh, go ahead.
it's it's Awini from Ghana. Uh, it's good to be on here again, and I hope we can have a quick, short, useful discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be discussing, um, and there's going to be a part two to this, but it's going to be called the African business mindset. And brother,
Mm-hmm.
he has some great uh, ideas, some beautiful ideas on how to do business as Africans. And so we were going to go into detail about that. Like I said, it's probably going to be a part two. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, there's going to be a part two because we definitely cannot
Mm-hmm.
cover that in one
Mm-hmm.
setting. So once again, from Ghana is my brother, Awini Baba. Go ahead, bro.
Thanks for having you on. So let me just plunge right into it. The business environment does not exist in isolation. It exists within an environment that is deliberately created within the country space. So politics affects business because politics sets the economic policy, and the economic policy ultimately affects all businesses operating. So just to give you a rundown of what happened in Ghana, uh, after we won our independence, uh, the first president of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, uh, started off not socialist. I guess uh, he was experimenting, if I may use the word, for want of a better word, different systems in the world, and he was beginning to go more socialist. And I think that's what got him into big problems, uh, because it was in the wake of, World War and Cold War, and this tug of war between, the East and the West,
So,
you
so,
see,
so
which
do
also,
you mean communism or socialism?
yeah, yeah, communism as a system, it lends from socialism,
Mm-hmm.
you see. So there was this tug of war between these two uh, philosophies or ideologies of what should run the country. And basically, socialism says that the government must own the means of production in the country, and the proceeds from the operation of these means of production should to in an equitable manner to virtually every citizen in the country. Capitalism has a different idea. They say that we should not let government do business, that the private sector basically should do the business, and through their paying of taxes, and a few investments in social projects, then people can benefit, you see. So these two wars, the battle between these two ideas, this affected Ghana a lot because ultimately Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, and to fast forward, we became capitalists,
Mm-hmm.
you see, and we are democratic. Uh, we believe in a multi-party system, and so when we embraced capitalism, we did it was at the time Ghana was in dire straits. We we had gone through a series of coup d'etats. The economy was in bad shape, and so that gave the chance for and sell us what they call the structural adjustment program. It was in 1983, 83 thereabouts. You see, so and what this program sought to do was to remove trade barriers among other things, remove trade barriers, allow the outside world to have access to the economy of Ghana. You see, and when that happened, it led to further collapse of state-owned enterprises that still survived, that were brought by Nkrumah, that some of them still managed to survive. Most of them died out because uh, when we removed those barriers, we ran into issues of competition, where the locally produced goods could not compete. So let me, that's just by way of a background, which is very important. If we want to, what we can be doing now, given the way things are, uh, what people need in order to turn things around, and what we need is that seed money. This is the great secret to most big economies. They had that seed money to start off, and keep multiplying it, and responsibly manage and keep multiplying it. Where the question now is, are we going to, what is being promoted in Ghana is small scale industries, what you call SMEs. So the idea is, are we going to, and what you will call in America, community businesses, you see, small businesses, which is good, right? But if we, like I'm speaking now, and I'm paying for this to a company that's really basically, making a lot of money from telecommunication, right?
Right.
So how did we as Africans get kicked out of this sort of competition? You see?
Let me say this. So in America, and I don't know, maybe we could build off of this. Black people weren't allowed to enter the marketplace. I mean, we were allowed to sell or offer services amongst each other, but we weren't allowed to offer those services to non-blacks. This is back like during segregation, Jim Crow. Now,
see, so
I don't know how it's similar for Africans in Africa, because from the outside looking in is, okay, Africa is predominantly black, it's predominantly black leadership. But like you said, telecommunications, we talk about oil exploration, we talk about the natural resources, is not really being produced by black people.
It's not.
So why is that?
Unfortunately, it's not. You see, that's why I came from the socialism, communism, if you will, capitalism thing. You see, because and democracy, but basically we started off owning these entities, and we owned them as Ghana.
Right.
They didn't belong to any. But people who accuse the first president of being a socialist forget something. The first president was not against private business. All he said was, somewhere, if you have the money as an individual, by all means, you're welcome to come and do business, right? But you don't expect us to fold our arms while we have the means to enter into these very lucrative sectors of our economy to benefit. No single Ghanaian at that time had the money to start a huge company of that sort. You see? So that is how come government was the leader in terms of investing in business. You see? Government was the leader in this. But when Nkrumah was overthrown, the subsequent governments began to sell out the companies that belonged to us as a state. For reasons, some of them said, yeah, we can't manage them, there's a lot of corruption there, but the question is, that's why we voted you into power.
Right.
To manage these things. And now you turn around and say, it's unsustainable. There's always excuse. Look, Ghana had our own airlines. We had our own shipping line. We had basically, look, the basic infrastructure, investments, they had great prospects, but subsequent governments, I don't know if they did it on purpose or, it was, mismanagement. They couldn't keep these companies. So they end up selling to private foreign companies. Foreign
Okay.
companies. They come.
Okay.
And so I'll give you a recent one. Ghana Telecom. You see, what is called Vodafone right now, a telecommunication company. It used to be Ghana Telecom just about before a government came into power and said, we can't manage this, it's unsustainable. They have a lot of debt, so we're going to sell it out. And they did. They sold most of the shares to Vodafone, who is the one now managing that entire company and making the money.
Mm.
You see, this is the irony. So now we are not going to attack them. We're going to say, okay, so how can we also become big investors in Africa? And that's where bringing our money together counts. We need to have to do big business in Africa. And we need to, that's why I'm interested in education. We need to get the right kind of education, and to be able to competently manage these businesses and manage them well.
Yeah.
This and dispel this myth of Africans being incompetent and all. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen African CEOs. The CEO of Merck is an African American. I left President Trump's camp recently.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I've seen very successful African or Black people, being bosses and running things. So where is this coming from? Again, these are all myths that people throw out that we need to dismiss immediately. So now in this time, we need to own the economics, and we can do that by bringing our money together. That's the only way I see it happening. Look, all our rich people, they are not going to come and do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
We have to forget about everybody and rely on ourselves. And if we are able to pitch this, people are going to buy into it. And I give you 1 year. Even sitting here in Ghana, I can pledge you, I can contribute my dollar a month. Just make it so affordable that people have no excuse. Huh?
Right.
No excuse whatsoever. Even in Africa, most people I know within my circle can afford $1 in a month. And we put that money together in a transparent manner, and we're going to be in good business. I mean, there's a lot of business opportunities here that we can, prospect and invest in.
Awini, you there, bro? Damn, I think I lost him. Guys, do you hear Awini in the chat room? Oh man, I think I lost him. Come on back, Awini. All right, so we're having some technical difficulties. Let me shout out Shakari. Shakari, thanks for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. Also, I want to announce this. It's going to be next year sometime, and we're going to do it in Africa. Hold on, let me pull it up. We're having a conference, basically where African and is where the diaspora and African ingenuity merge. All right. They have TEDx. There's really no, I would say, African TEDx. So we're having our own. It's going to be called Toguna. Taguna. What's Taguna? Taguna. Let's see. Taguna. When I went to Dogon country, is the meeting place where all the elders meet and discuss politics and business and whatnot. So Toguna, I think that's how you pronounce it. Toguna. It's coming soon. All right. It's where the diaspora ingenuity and African ingenuity merge. Like conversations like we're having with Awini is going to be done on a grand scale, but this time it's going to be actual action that's going to be implemented. Brooke, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I'm coming to Ethiopia. I'm not sure yet. So people, please be on the lookout for that. That's coming. That's going to be next year. And I'm going to do it in Africa. Like I said, just getting the diaspora together, the great minds and African minds, you know, a platform to sit down and really chop it up. So we are definitely going to be doing that soon. I don't know where, probably Ghana, probably Accra, probably Senegal, Dakar. In fact, you know what? Since I'm in Senegal every year, we're gonna do it next year in Senegal, in Dakar. That's where we're gonna do it. So, so yeah. So I'm gonna start pubbing that up. I need to get my boy RJ Monty. Need to partner up with him, and we're just gonna talk good game, and not only talk it, but start implementing it, put it into action. So it'll be in the car Senegal next year, because I know for a fact, God willing, I will be in the car. I go there every year for the Grand Maga. So we'll probably do it a few days after Maga. If it's not too busy, well, it's going to be busy. Guys, I'm going to announce today a date and a place, but it's going to be in Africa, though. I forgot Maga is crazy as far as it's just that whole week is just a busy day in Senegal. Hope the brother Awini could get back on so we could finish. Let me see if he emailed me at all. Yeah, we lost him. Hope he can come back on. Hold on. You guys got any questions in the chat room? Any questions you need to ask? Anything you guys want to discuss? Because this would just be part one. You know, like I said, we can't have this conversation, you know, in one setting. But I hope he can get back on. I hope he comes back on. Yeah, Brooke, I'm not sure when I'm coming to Ethiopia. Because I do want to go to the Sudan. Definitely want to go there. Well, Brooke, what's the Algoa trade at? What is that? What are your thoughts on Botswana as far as, I don't, be honest, I don't know too much about that Botswana. I heard it's a beautiful place, very stable as far as the economy, but I don't know much about Botswana. Dark one, you really can't take it personal. Let's see here. The Ghana government only care about themselves. My future wife has a PhD and been looking for a job for 6 months. It just don't make no damn sense there, but there's plenty of opportunities there though. That's a problem here in America too. You have a lot of very educated individuals that can't find jobs. That's a reality for a lot of people here in America as well, unfortunately. What can we as Africans do to leverage technology for business transactions? In fact, here we go. So when I get my coffee times made, when people order coffee times, right? Instead of having the ability to use PayPal to send money to the tailor in Senegal, or like a Venmo or a Cash App, I have to use Western Union. Now the fees in by utilizing Western Union are much higher than, of course, PayPal or Cash App or Venmo. So there has to be an app created or out there somewhere, like a African PayPal. Because I think the issues are with the banks, and a lot of the banks in Africa. I'm not sure, but it's so hard to conduct business as far as transferring money. Or I have to go into the bank and do a international transfer. I forgot what the term is. And that's just like $40. Pretty much with Western Union MoneyGram, you send over $200, they charge like $20 almost. So it's just the fees alone and transferring money to Africa costs a lot. Now, maybe you guys or someone watches this later on, there might already be a solution or app out there, where if my friend has, a bank account in Africa, I'm trying to think of like an African bank, maybe EcoBank. I know EcoBank's the big one or whatnot. There might be an app where I can transfer the money without all the damn fees. Or, you look at like East Africa, I know for sure in Kenya, Tanzania, maybe Rwanda, not Rwanda, well, maybe Rwanda, or Burundi, or Uganda, you have M-Pesa, where you can do it via the phone. So you transfer the money via the phone, your phone. They go to whoever you're transferring to, they go to an M-Pesa agent and get their cash. Now, I'm not sure the fees behind that. So like I said, that's what makes it hard. It's just, how do you transfer the money without incurring all the fees? My experience. But again, you guys might know something. I might be missing out on something, because if you guys know something, please share it in the chat room. Where I could send, in fact, if you guys know how, I could send money to Africa and not incur all the fees associated with that, please put it in the chat room. Okay, so Brooke, what are African countries exporting? Like, where can I go buy imported African items? And I'm not talking just, the general, I go to the African store and, the Kenyan lady, she brought some jewelry, some Kenyan jewelry back with her. Or, with me, I got my coffee times and the jewelry I sell that I bring myself in from Africa. Can I go to outside of coffee? Let me back up. I'm guessing coffee from Ethiopia and Kenya and Tanzania, that's heavily imported, but Starbucks is importing that. So I need the name of an African company that has African products that are imported here to America, tax-free. Textile leather products. Worry. Yeah, but that's in Senegal. But I can't. And another thing too, I probably don't even have access to Worry because a lot of times you got to have a Senegalese phone number. Let's look it up. Worry. Hold on. Worry, Senegal. Yeah, through Tigo. Is it through Tigo? Here we go. Let's get the facts on this. I think Worry's through Tigo. Am I right? So if I don't have a Tigo phone number about Worry, yeah, you use it through mobile. And see, there's no Tigo out here in America. So yeah, like I said, that's a tough problem. But again, if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, Black America, yeah, we're like that. Black America alone is like the 8th largest economy on the planet. So yeah, I guess our Awini, Mr. Baba, Mr. Baba is Mr. Awini Baba is. I think we lost him for tonight. And he was spitting some good game too, man. Mr. Awini Baba wants to come to school in New York to NYU for his master's program. So we're going to be putting something together for him, you know. But again, like I told him, hey, open up a PayPal account, start your own YouTube, your own platform, and raise funds that way. But the thing is, and maybe my people in Africa that are watching this, are you guys allowed to monetize YouTube? And if so, how do you guys get paid? If you are, how do you monetize YouTube in Africa? Outside of maybe the obvious South Africa, you know, because South Africa is pretty much America. How do you guys monetize YouTube in Africa and in specific in a lot of countries? Because I know at South Africa you probably can, probably the Northern African countries, some of those countries can, but for the most part, you know, we'll take like a Senegal or a Mali. Like, how do you monetize YouTube videos? So yes. All right, family. I'm about to. You're right. African travel more. That's a real problem. Transfer. It's called a. What's the name of the transfer? What's the name of the transfer? Specific name for it. I can't think of it. It's called a. I gotta look it up now. International. It's called a Swift transfer. That's what it's called, a Swift transfer. That's what it's called, Swift transfer. So where do you send PayPal? Okay, how do you wire to which country do you use PayPal? To which country? All right, family. You know, this is just going to be part one. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll be back again this weekend, maybe even tomorrow, but for sure Saturday and Sunday. You know, Sundays I do the Search for Huru marathon. You know, so yeah, we'll see. Well, that's my point. African travel. South Africa is the West for the most part, so you can pretty much do everything in South Africa like you do here in America. South Africa is the West. So yeah, and I said that before. You know, South Africa is excluded. Like you pretty much can do everything in South Africa. So yeah. All right, family. I'm about to get out of here. Make sure you guys are on my Instagram page. Search for Huru. Please, please, please make sure you are liking and following the pictures in my page. Search for Huru on Facebook, Twitter, or Snapchat. Make sure you guys go there. Make sure you guys are sharing the videos. Please share the videos. Please like the videos. Also, go to dynastymirror.com, go to searchforwho.com, and then go to amazon.com, search your name, Dynasty Mirror. Make sure you guys buy a book. So, Dora, thank you. I appreciate the love, sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, the African travel, you can MoneyGram and Western Union everywhere. It's just the fees are so high versus doing it through you know, like a Venmo or a Cash App or PayPal. So yeah, but I appreciate it. And Dora, thank you so much. I appreciate the contribution. Thank you. I really do. And when you guys contribute, you know, especially when I go to Africa in November. So I don't know if you guys don't know, I'll be in Senegal first week of November, Ghana last week of November, and then I will be in January, Togo, Benin. Like, I'm about to shoot so much content, you know, to share with you guys. So much content. So, you know, it goes towards just, you know, I got to tip my guides, and, you know, every village I go to, I got to tip the king. You know, I got to pay the tourist tax, as they call it, you know, or just the showing up and wanting to shoot tax, you know, which is fine. You know, I have no problem with it. So it goes to stuff like that, you know. So I appreciate the contributions. What's bro? What's the Hob Show? What is that? Look that up. Yeah, and African travel and more. I'm probably gonna open up an account in an African country. In fact, I will. I was going to do it last time I went, but it's just I traveled to a lot of French-speaking countries. So I'm going to Ghana in November, so I might open it up in Ghana. I just don't know the procedure or the process of what I need to provide in order to what I need to provide so I can open up an account. You know, here in America, you gotta have like a, you know, like an American ID and driver's license or whatnot. I don't know how it works over there. So Rory is okay. So Ed, this is what I need from you, brother. I mean, you need to email me exactly how to work it, because that would be great if I could do it that way with sending money to Senegal instead of freaking Western Union or MoneyGram or a Swift transfer. So Edie, I'm gonna put my email address. There you go. Shoot me an email. And Endora, thank you for the contribution. You got any questions before I go? I hate that we lost Brother Awini. Yes, your info helped us in Senegal. What info? And for African travel and more, email me. Shoot me email. All right, you guys, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I might come in another video later on tonight. I'm not sure. You can just hit the super chat button. the dollar sign next to the smiley face, you get the super chat button. Or if you want to go this route, you contribute here or just hit the super chat button. Cool. The little super chat button is right here next to the what do they call these? The emojis. The dollar sign next to the emoji. You can click on that right there. African Travel More to contribute. And I appreciate it. Anything else? I will not be going to Haiti this year. I was supposed to go to Haiti actually next week, but I won't be able to. So sorry about that, but I will be going to Haiti probably next year. Gonna be filming In Search of Toussaint Louverture. So basically what I'm gonna do, since I'm going back to Benin, he's from either him or his father. They're from a city called Alada. The website is DynasTamir.com. Are you having issues with the let me get back. I'm all over the place now. So he's from Alada. His father or him, they're from Alada. So I'm gonna start there because I'll be back there in January, and then probably maybe next Labor Day I'll go back to Haiti. But I plan on being in Namibia for Memorial Day, like that week. I plan on being in Namibia. So, but we'll see. So yes, I'm gonna check it out, Dark One. All right, family. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for the support. Make sure you share and like the page. Did you guys see Nangula on Monday? Black Marina, I got him. Just go on the site. I got him right here. Just go on the site. Beautiful sister from Namibia, Nangula. She was on Monday. So make sure you guys check out that video too that we did on Monday. She's from Namibia. So guys, man, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Donnie Samir, Kapitan Don. Peace.